go to some national games we're looking at for Week 10. Dan, why don't you start us off?
The game that I picked out was 49ers at Saints, and I think these are two teams probably going a little bit of different directions. The Saints seem hot, and the 49ers do not. But, they were considered two of the favorites going into the season, and now it's kind of unclear whether either is going to make the playoffs. Probably you would assume that the Saints will win their division and that the 49ers won't. But I guess I consider one of the best offenses in the league against what I still consider one of the best defenses in the league. So I'm going to take 49ers Saints, which is probably what I would have chosen 6 weeks ago if I had looked at the schedule.
I think the Saints are an intriguing team because now it looks like they may have a consistent running game because Mark Ingram is really starting to hit his stride. Back-to-back games of 100-plus yards. And if they can get a running game going with Drew Brees, they could be dangerous.
I do think, and I'm not just saying this because I had fantasy reasons, I do think that, how did Kaepernick not
It's always about
there,
fantasy,
right?
Dan. It's always about fantasy. What's that?
How was Kaepernick not in the end zone on that play? I don't understand.
I
think if they rule a touchdown on the field, it stays a touchdown and vice versa.
Yeah, I guess.
Scott, what game are you looking at?
I'm going to go Rams-Cardinals. Yeah. I think I don't know what to make of probably 3/4, if not more, of the teams in the league at this point. And the Rams starting 1-4. You think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league with Austin Davis at quarterback, and they've sandwiched wins over Seattle and San Francisco around a lopsided loss at Kansas City. I think they're 3-5 now. They're right back in the NFC, not necessarily the NFC West hunt because they're playing at Arizona, which is running away with the division title.
Yeah.
But if they're able to pull off an upset there against what many consider the best team in the league, they're right in. This is crazy. They're right in the NFC wildcard hunt.
Yeah, they have one of the most underrated coaches in the league too. I mean, Jeff Fisher he really knows how to get it done. So it's like smoke and mirrors. I don't know. They're winning games that no one thinks they have any business winning.
Fake punts inside their own 20.
Plus, they're the team that we always compare the Redskins to
off
of the trade, and they kind of are
attached.
Always within like a half game of each other on either side. Right now they're a half game up, I think, on the Redskins this season.
Neil, what game do you have circled?
Cleveland, Cincinnati. I mean, the AFC North is a little bit weird in that it's competitive, but the Bengals have the worst point differential in the division. They're at the top. Baltimore Ravens have the best. They're at the bottom. I do think that this will go a long way in kind of sorting out that division. But I do think at the end of the season, we'll see Baltimore Ravens take the division with 10 wins. I think they're a lot better than their record says they are, and we'll probably see them go on a little bit of a run. But that'll be the game I'm watching.
Who do you think wins that game?
Cleveland, Cincinnati. I think it's going to be the Browns.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys took all the good games, so I've left with a scrap. So Giants, Seattle. I mean, these guys have won combined for 3 Super Bowls. Neither team looks. The Giants look horrible. We know that. Okay. Seattle hadn't looked like a Super Bowl champions. They have some issues in the locker room, clearly, not just on the field. But the Giants have done this before. They've looked horrible for the first half of the season, the first 10 games, and they go on runs. I don't know how Eli does it. They just go on runs where they beat teams they're not supposed to beat. The defense starts getting pressure on the quarterback, and they make a run to the playoffs. I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, but based on their history, I don't think you can totally discount that. And the Seahawks, I mean, they're the reigning champions, so you got to give them a look, and I think they're going to get together in the second half of the season.